move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah. Hey, DJ, bring that back.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
Now you ain't gon'
All right, how's it, race fans? You got FRB coming to you loud, live, and hot from the 805, the front row 805 here. And we got, of course, Homestead, Miami, and Front Row Esports about to kick off another awesome race here at this 1.5 mile track. I love this track. We're all here, Hawaiianed out and Bahama'd out here right now. As again, it's a great track, phenomenal track. Homestead, Miami, cannot go wrong. And of course, I am super stoked to have Dylan Banks here right along with me to enjoy the festivities. Of course, all this brought to you by Moser Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink, and of course, Raptor Race Graphics, brought to you by the Stars, Starlink. But let's go ahead and get this party started and started right. Let's see if we got Dylan Banks here. Okay,
do, buddy.
You got a copy?
Yeah, I sure do, buddy. And I got now Tom's up here. He wanted to be up here for this, but I got a special surprise for you tonight.
Hold on, man. Let's make sure we get ourselves back here and ready to rock. Hey, look at you, dude. All style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're dressed up today, buddy.
Dude, we are ripping it out, dude. That's so awesome. I love it. See, and here I got a little more Hawaiianed out here, but this guy is styled out, looking good. I like where your head's at, man. See, now we're looking like we're supposed to do something right here at front. Dang it, man. Now you're putting the pressure on us, because now we look like we know what we're doing. So, but we do. I'm Chris Paul Havis. You got Dylan Banks here, and of course we got Tom Friedis who just joined us live here, and he's the gunny sergeant in charge, the CEO of Front Row Esports. Tom, you got a copy?
We got a copy, brother. How you doing?
Man, we're doing good. We're looking good. This race fired off nicely. Front Row Esports been off to one of them roller coasters, right, of a season, like normal, ups and downs and all around.
Yep.
But we're styling out looking pretty good right now. What do you say, though, Tom?
I'd say so. I mean, we got the early season jitters are kind of out of the way. Everyone's pretty much settled in. They know who they can race with, who they struggle racing around, and as I'm wrecking, it's almost spun it out, but yeah, it's settling in real nice, and it's going to be a good rest of the season here.
Oh, that's what we're looking for. I mean, again, the competitiveness of nature for all these drivers, and again, we're just discussing that a little bit earlier, right, Dylan, about what we're here to do for the drivers in general, right? And what we want, we want for the drivers. We want them to have an exceptional race. Get in there, drop some laps, stage 1, stage 2, fight up there competitively. For it's either the front or the back, whatever. Get them that chance to fight, and then of course unleash all kinds of havoc at the end. I mean that's the way we're looking for a perfect race,
Yeah, you're exactly on point here, Sean. I will say that 100%, man. That's the whole goal here at Front Row. We want everybody to come out here, race clean, race respectful, yes, but also race hard. We want everybody out here to have a good time and enjoy themselves. That's what league racing is all about. I mean, at the end of the day, that's why people do leagues, just have fun and be competitive with each other. So yeah, make sure all the viewers out there, if y'all race, come on out Thursday and Friday nights, do some racing with us. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. And of course, well, let's look over this racetrack, shall we, man? Since we've got just a few minutes before we get ready to go into queue. But let's grab a quick look at tonight's racetrack here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. You're looking at, of course, location 1 Ralph Sanchez Speedway Boulevard, Homestead, Florida, with opened up November 3rd, 1995, 1.5 intermediate oval, 4 degrees on the stretches, and 18 to 20 degrees in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So, and then, of course, look at our stages and what these boys are up against this evening. We're going to be here at for this thing for the duration of 130 laps tonight. Stage 1 going to be ending at lap 30. Stage 2, lap 60. Stage 3, 65 laps. And not joking, we'll be looking at a fuel run this evening. And let's look at it. So fixed setup for these boys. So everyone's going to be out there in that same platform. It's really going to be a driver's style, not just your the basic abilities to make changes. 3 tire changes there with the one you're on, 1 backup truck in that hauler, and you want to keep it there. Fuel window, I believe it's 40 to 45 laps, so we'll be seeing that green flag stop in stage 3. But Tom, maybe give me an update on that. What do you got, Tom?
No, you hit the fuel right nail on the head right there, brother.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah.
You know, we're getting a little bit better at this. I said just a little. All right. Again, we're trying to hold them like the expectations low. All right. So we do a good job. Yeah. You know, it's a good job. All right, my man. We are back here on track, and oh wait, let's look over our points. Almost forgot those. 1 second here. All right, we're looking at. Oh, Justin Gain still leading the way. Steven Johnson, 2nd position. Hunter Lagunas, you got your top 3. Brian Peach, 4th. Chris Spencer, round out your top 5. Jacob T. Grant is in that 6th position. And looks like we had a tie there for 6th. So Matt Jones and Jacob Grant got a lot more on the line tonight than just some points in a good finish. So we got to settle out this tie. Then you see your 8th position. It's going to be Brian Zimmerman. 9th, Kyle Wellman, and rounding out the top 10 in the 2025 Cup Series Truck Series, points is going to be Alex Harris in that 10th position. There we go. Round and round, and almost ready to rock. Trying to bring us back here 1 second. All right, Mr. Banks. What do you feel for tonight, my man? We got a little bit lighter field tonight. Well, got about 20 trucks signed up thus far. What are your thoughts in tonight's race?
Yeah, man. I went out and ran some laps to kind of see how it was. Definitely cold tires. Definitely noticeable, and it will be noticeable when the green flag drops. 100%. Very, very loose with the cold tires at first. Takes a couple laps for them to heat in. So you're going to see a lot of people trying to make moves early. You're going to see a lot of slipping and sliding the first couple laps until them tires get heated up a little bit. But after that, mid-run, late run, it starts to tighten up a little bit from what I was seeing. So you're going to see a lot of people trying to find clean air tonight. You're going to see a lot of people trying to ride that wall. A lot of people stay. That's what I love about Homestead. This track, man, it's not just a one-groove track. You can run the wall, you can run the middle, you can run 3/4 up the track, you can run the bottom. I mean, plenty of lanes to run, and I see every single lane being in use tonight by these guys. It's going to be an absolute great race. It's going to be some good battles. It's going to be a fantastic race, and I'm
so what's the secret to speed tonight, Dylan? I'm just asking because I'm slow, so you know, just little tips.
Well,
you know?
I think you're asking the wrong guy. I'm a big loser.
You're sitting 5th on the speed charts. I mean,
well,
you know,
I will say the best key of advice tonight. Definitely clean air.
just
try to have that nose as clean as possible tonight. It'll rotate. You're directly behind somebody, the thing will not rotate, and you're going to be in the wall. So
you think tire wears are going to be an issue tonight? Trying to keep the right sides on the truck?
Absolutely. I think actually, I think the right front will definitely be more of the impact tonight. Trying to keep the right front from under you tonight. Right rear, the first couple laps for sure. It's very loose with the cold tires, but yes, I think it's going to be all about who can save tires and. If you can keep the clean air and keep it out front, I think that's gonna be the biggest thing tonight. 100%.
You know, because the track's cold. It's only 76 degrees right now, so it's that track's cold. She's definitely gonna have some grip and gonna be fast. I can't wait to see what kind of times we get here in qualifying.
Right. So tire management is going to be key out there. I think being able to rotate on that right front and right rear, and being able to change up your driving style per se, because again these are fixed setups tonight. So that's what makes things a little bit more intricate, is that it is a fixed setup. So you get to, you have to adjust your style of running as to where your tire wear is at and how your entries and exits are going to be. It looks like we are getting into Q, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting into Q. If I just about to say.
Let's turn and burn and see what you guys have to offer in tonight's Q efforts. Let's see if I can get us squared away here. And I think if I drop that guy.
Also, Tron, a lot of guys were saying in qualifying, it might be the first lap tonight compared to the second lap usually. Most other tracks, it might be the first lap tonight. That's what I was hearing from a lot of guys.
Oh, okay, interesting. Sorry, we're having a little bit of an issue here. Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't know why it is. I thought we had the right one selected for tonight's deal, but it does not seem appear to be so. Let's try this one more time. My bad, everybody. Technical difficulties, like normal. So that's one thing we're at least we're consistent about. And it's not bringing it in for some reason. So let's try a different way. In just a second. Oh wow, closed me out of there. Okay, I guess we are going to go to Q. Let's go to a quick national anthem, and then we'll see if we can try to get the last bits of Q while I'm bringing this back online. Sorry about that, everyone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Front Row Esports 2025 Truck Series, and we are at Homestead Miami Speedway. Up in queue at the moment and bringing everything live. So sorry about the technical difficulties we had in the beginning here. We're trying to bring up that queue efforts this evening and trying to get ourselves a, see who do we have out here on track. I believe Q is now over with, of course. Yes, it is. Oh, well, at least we're going to be on time for the start of tonight's race. I'm Chris Bohemus, and joined along with me is Dylan Banks, as we are going to call out these action-packed moments here, and let's see who is going to be putting it on hold for this evening. Let's bring us into the track here and get our eyes, get everything just squared away. Give me one moment. For some reason got me locked out here. All right, anyways. All this brought to you, of course, by Moser Racing, Track Racer, W Energy Drink. Got Raptor Race Graphics, and of course Starlink bringing this all to you. As we were just waiting for everyone to grid and get up to speed here, and I think get my stuff into this. I'm just having a little bit of a programming issue. It's not letting me get to any of. There it goes. Thank you. Guess it was just taking a minute. Ah, come on. Okay, so one programming thing is not working along with the other. So let's see if I can bring. Dang it! Why am I having issues this evening with all my systems? All right, I gotta figure this one out. Give us 1 second here. None of my overlays are coming up. So just give me one moment. I could do it the other way. It's not found. What's going on? Okay. That's not working. All right, so we're still under some technical difficulties. We're going to roll off here into stage one, but give me a moment as I'm going to take us to a quick break as I'm trying to iron this out and figure out what's going on.
Welcome to the land of big-time natural beauty and intermittent cell service. Here, cowboys drink Cabernet, farmers surf the breaks, and everyone breaks for roosters. It's a wide open and welcoming place. But that's not to say we don't have any hidden secrets. Welcome to the land of truly living, with a million things to do. Or not. Slow Cow, where life's too beautiful to rush.
So, whistle while you work. Whistle while you work.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
All right, welcome back, everyone. Sorry about all this, but for some reason, I'm still a no-go on my overlays. Dylan Banks, hopefully he is here to help me out and take over the calling of this race while I'm still going to fight with this issue. Banks, you got a copy? So, Blue, that's going to be a negative.
I
so,
do.
All right, good.
I do.
I need you to call this race for me for a minute here, bud, because I am getting a no overlay, no go on my overlay, so I have no idea who's in what position. So, call it for me real quick. I got to fix this.
Yeah, 10-4, buddy. Justin Gann is out to a lead, and got Brian Zimmerman and P2 right on his trail. And also got Steven Johnson sit back there in the third position. Fourth will be Huddle Lagunes. Fifth, Alex C. Harris. Sixth, Larry Bell. Seventh, Christopher Spencer. Eighth, Mark Miller. Ninth, Dana Rupek. And round out the top 10 is Kyle Wellman. Some really good racing going on right now. Guys trying to search out and find different lanes, see what their truck feels best at right now. And you also got, wow, a new race leader too right now. Brian Zimmerman out front. He's got a really nice line going into 1 and 2. He's trying to wrap that seam on the bottom and get that truck nice and rotated. It looks like everybody right now is just relaxing and chilling on that bottom lane, trying to save some tires That's what it's looking like to me right now. As I say that, Ryan Zimmerman goes up to the top. Got a good battle going on right now, and battle for 7th position. Got Larry Bell side by side with Christopher Spencer going into 1 right now. They're still side by side. It's like Christopher Spencer
All right.
made that pass on the bottom.
Got us. Sorry about that, everyone. So finally, I had to go and do some reset of systems, but we did get our tower. We got our heads-up display back again. Thank goodness. Thank you, Dylan. I really appreciate the step in there and kind of getting us all squared away, trying to keep these guys up to speed with tonight's race. Getting a little bit off to a little bit of a botched start, but we're going to get her all squared away for you, though. Give us one moment, and let's real quick flash the starting lineup, of course, as these guys are now single filed out, and just kind of like Dylan was mentioning, kind of management, some tires, working the different lines, but Justin Gaines started this thing. Brian Zimmerman was in that 2nd position. Now you see him leading the race. Steve Johnson in the 1 truck is currently in that 3rd position, I believe. Yeah, still sticking there. But Hunter Laguna is 4th. Alex C. Harris qualified 5th. 6th was the Chris Spencer in the 62-43. Larry Bell qualified 7th. 8th, Charlie Miller in the 11th. 9th, Kyle Wellman. 10th, rounding out your top 10, Daniel Rupik Jr. And then these are your Q efforts. Right outside that top 10, we Tanner Marr in that 4. As you can see them, everyone's kind of still sitting close to where they started here in tonight's race.
Yeah, and there's one guy in that 4th spot right now who's trying a different line than everybody else. Hunter Laguna, he is wrapping that wall, trying to catch up to this little pack in front of him right now.
And then when it is so I like the high to bottom approach there in his, that was his 1 and 2, and then going into 3 and 4, let's see if he really rocks the outside. Does not. So he's just basically trying to gain some time on those leaders. So that's a good call there. We got an outside move that is underway with the 11. So maybe 11 moving backward or forward. Oh, we got a possible chance and rally for the lead here. Here comes Justin Gang, going to take that lead back. Brian Zimmerman high, but the 30 low. Comes out, clean exit here. Zimmerman's going to get right up on his bumper here. Utilize a draft crossover move as a 28 of Zimmerman's going to go back to the bottom, sticking the 30 out on the high line. 30's going to bring it down a little bit closer to him in that center lane there, trying to hold close to his door. Keep him right there. Drag race across the line here as you got Justin Gain in the 30 on the outside. 28's not going to have that approach in that he's going to be looking for. I think that 30's going to have that momentum on the out. But 28's really keeping it dialed there on the bottom. Beautiful hook there.
Yes, he is.
Man, good job. Good runoff and got the power down, too. Still drag race down the backstretch.
Well, you know what this is doing, Tron? This is bringing them other 2 guys right back in the fight. Them battling side by side like this is just bringing Steven Johnson and Hunter Laguna in this battle. They keep doing what they're doing, which is an incredible battle. They're going to bring them other 2 guys into this as well. So they need to be careful with that.
And still side by side for this battle. I mean, again, with the being how short this stage is in that 30 lap era, well, even less because they pace around. So by the time you're up and going, how much tires you're going to use, this is a good insight on your tire wear program for the duration of the race. So I mean, go hard here, right? I mean, if you think about it, get up there, get that track position. Utilize these tires, maybe abuse them a little bit, right? It's a shorter stage, exactly. And then you can kind of repeat that in stage 2, which will give you a good mark on where you need to be for stage 3. As you see Zimmerman falling backward as he's up to the high line. These guys still wrapping the bottom. 1 truck now of Steve Johnson getting underneath him.
Exactly. He's going to help his teammate out here. So Zimmerman gives a push to Steven Johnson going into 3. Yeah, and this, Justin Gann,
Yeah.
this is what he wants. He wanted that clean air, and he wanted to get out front and kind of control the race, and that's what every driver wants at the end of the day. They want to get out there early and kind of control the race and not look back, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Roger that. And you got a little cluster, you know what, going down back here for, I believe it's going to be in that 17th, 18th position. No, I'm sorry. Scratch that. That's going to be the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Beautiful. So going still side by side, you're going to have the 02 of Scotty Stevens working the bottom of Daniel Ruprecht. This is going to be for 8th, 9th position. Sorry, scratch all of that. So you got a couple battles going back in the back of the pack here. But this is mid-pack right now, and these guys are all door-to-door. The 02's trying to spoil the day on this 11 truck. Take that line away. He does. Now that's going to really, you see him kind of stacking up behind the 11 now. We've got 3 or 4 more trucks now coming barreling in on the 11. So it looks like he is under mad attack as you got Brian Beach in the 24 truck of Tanner Marr lining up. Everyone kind of trying to freight train this 11 here. As you see, when there's one slow, it'll check up everybody, as you see. And then we've got let's say BJ Mitchell. He's on his way forward. All these guys starting to look like they're going to try to start making a run toward the front. And right now we have Justin Gain leading the way. Steve Johnson holding pretty in second position, but a battle's underway for that 3rd and 4th position. You have Hunter Lagunas on the bottom with the 28 of Brian Zimmerman on the outside. Been working that outside a lot. The 28 has. Maybe that's, starting to show its dividends as he's kind of falling back a little bit.
Yeah, you got out there in that clean air, and I think you just, sometimes when you get out in clean air, you burn your stuff up more than you want to. But you don't know. Not knowing the pace, you just get out front and have that clean air, and it kind of catches you by surprise. Honestly, it's like you think you're out in clean air saving a little bit, but them other guys out behind you are actually saving a little bit more than you. So I think that's what we're seeing. Brian Zimmerman just got out there a little too confidently and got to use up his stuff a little bit, but still a strong run for him. He's top 5 right now, so he's doing a great job.
Yes, and the 62 of Chris Spencer just seeing how to become more one with the wall there as he was riding the outside. He got a little too high and it just sucked right into the wall there. But again, light contact like that's not really going to damage the truck terribly much. I mean, but it's when you start slapping that thing around, it will damage your lap time overall. And but again, you want to try to minimize that as much as possible. You see him working that outside line as we've seen a battle that was underway. And here comes the 74 of Alex Harris. He's back on the march one more time. Let's take a ride back for them. Making some ground.
Saying, that wall's like glue, man. You barely tap that wall and it drags you along for the whole way. That's for sure.
28 truck still falling back as now the 62 of Spence. He's going to again work that high line out there, flirting ever so dangerously with it. You're looking back from Alex Harris riding on board the 74. So still side-by-side battle underway between the 62 and 28. 28 now on the outside. 62 is going to rotate on the bottom. He's going to go ahead and try to grab that white line. Get down there. Oh, yeah. Got it. And now he's going to be able to clear easy and drive on up. Now, again, the 28 is going to be able to note this in his playbook for the start of stage 2 to change up his line, change up his entries, and, save his stuff a little bit more. Or manage his stuff.
100%.
Here comes Brian Beach down the outside. We say.
Yeah, I was just gonna say exactly to your point. These guys are gonna use this first stage, kind of push. I mean, it's a short stage, as you were saying. They're gonna try to get out there and get as many spots as they can. But this will help them try to figure out what changes they can make to their driving styles and all, and try to use it to get better in the later run of the race. So yeah, I see a lot of guys using this as kind of an experiment to see what they can do and what they can't do.
And we're seeing the bottom line holding nicely here, and some guys have kind of wash up the track, and the guys that have washed up the track continue so, but we still have these drivers working the bottom, still 22 laps into this green flag run in stage 1.
Oh man, Steven Johnson.
I just seen that.
He is loose off exit.
He like stepped that thing out something fierce. It looked like coming out of 4.
Well, to a driver's standpoint, too, Tron, it's looking like his
Luigi.
tightness is causing him to be loose off of exit. That's what it's looking like to me, because he's tight getting on the throttle mid-corner, and I think it's called because you can be tight and it causes you to be loose, and I think that's exactly what's happening to Steven Johnson. He's tight mid-corner and it's causing him to get loose on exit.
See what his wheel does right here. So yeah, you can hear his tires just a squealing as he came out of 4. I want to see if he's gonna get a little loose in, but that's a cool view and an awesome helmet, Luigi helmet. That's good stuff. Oh, business is starting to heat up a little just further here with the 74 of Alex Harris and Chris Spencer. Now, Alex Harris in that 74, he did a pretty substantial march forward, regained his positions back in the 4th position, and now here Chris Spencer is in the 62 plus 5 positions right now. But here's a cat that's been a little bit we haven't really tapped into quite yet. Is Mr. Wildman Wellman, Kyle Wellman in the 42, ever so quietly marching up 9 positions in tonight's race. So almost biggest mover, Brian Beach up 11. So he's also tracking to find himself into some good points here in 9th position. Again, it's all about these stage points at the end, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, it's go time now. I mean, it's full send. Whatever you got, you use it. It's time to go.
And do you get greedy? I would. If you're inside the top 10, you're going for more. Look at Brian Beach. He's sniffing some, he's sniffing the blood right now, and he's going for it on the bottom here, trying to get one more position, put him into 8th position now.
Yeah, it's time to get greedy. I mean, when it comes down to these end of the stages and the end of the race, it's just like the end of the race going for the win. When you get to the end of these stages, it's go time. It's greedy. Time to get greedy and get all you can get, because at the end of the day, these points matter at the end of the season of who gets in the playoffs and who doesn't. So definitely want to take advantage of it and get as most points as you can.
Brian Zimmerman might have found some win for his sails as he went for the bottom, went around, and now goes back up to the high line. 20's going to get down there and side draft him, suck him back a little bit, at least his momentum. Kind of working the bottom. This is the best fight thus far. This is going to be for 7th position. Now the 20 is going to go back underneath them, and the 28's going to wrap that outside. Good exit out here. He's going to, cross him over, clears him. That was close, and they're going to go out once again. Justin Gain leading the way. Steve Johnson following a little bit further behind here. Good 3 seconds almost on the clock. Chris Spencer and Hunter Lagunas tracking tight there on 2nd position. But again, the battle, Wellman under attack by the 72 of Daniel Rupik. Rupik moving himself forward 5 positions at the start of the green flag. And now the pass is, they're still side by side. These two going to go at it again. The 20 and 28. 28 is Zimmerman. Like, see how outside line, but the 20's trying to work some magic on the bottom. Just can't get that exit clear and have the momentum to stay up in front. I think he clears him now. Has the momentum. The 28 stalls up. But that brings Travis Browder in the 7 to his door. Or actually to his bumper, I mean. And let's see if he's going to feel that pressure as we are our last lap of stage 1. Justin Gain in the 30. Steve Johnson in the 1 truck. 2nd position, Hunter Lagunas. 3rd, these guys are all single filed out. And it does look as if it can be a cruise to the finish line for a stage 1 checkered for Justin Gain in the 30.
Yeah, we got some good battles going on right now.
Very good. So these smaller fields do tend to and there we go. Check the caution flag will be waving. Steve Johnson, Hunter Lagunas, Chris Spencer, Alex Harris, your top 5. Sweet. All right, back over to Justin Gain here as your stage 1 winner. We'll bring up all the to-dos. Mr. Justin Gain, Virginia Beach, RB Customs Rigs. Nice. Stage 1 winner coming in that second position is going to be Steve Johnson in the 1 truck. Third is going to go to 27 of Hunter Lagunas. 62 of Chris Spencer in that 4th position. Round out your top 5 are going to be 74 of Alex Harris. 72 of Daniel Rupik Jr. In the 6th position. 7th is going to go Kyle Wellman in the 42. Brian Beach in the 20. 8th position. 9th is at 7 of Travis Browder. Rounding out your top 10 and stage points is going to be PJ Mitchell in the 33. Pit stops. What do we got, man?
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward
clear.
here. 4 tires and full fuel. Yep.
Any adjustments? Some tire pressure, right? Because you can always adjust that tire pressure a bit, depending on what kind of grip you're getting out there. That'll change it up tremendously.
Well, the sad thing is with these fixed setups, you can't.
I thought you can adjust the tire pressure.
Not with the fixed setup, you can't. The only thing you can change in the trucks that I know of is brake bias and steering pinion. That's about it.
And those are all set prior to, so basically it's a run.
And it sucks. I know it does suck, especially if the driver you get out and you're too tight or too loose. You want to make some changes, so you just can't make many changes with these fixed setups.
That's what I do love about that. The customs. It's making the adjustments, staying up with the track, but at the same time, that's what the different challenges are of each different series.
You want me to go ahead and bring the stage winner up?
Yes,
for
by all
interview?
means.
Sounds good. I'll bring him up now. Here he is.
Mr. Just Gain, you got Chris Palhamus and Dylan Banks in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, congratulations to you on that stage 1 victory. It looked like you kind of drifted back a little bit, found that run, or is this management of tires, got past the 28 and kind of set sail from there. Give us a rundown on how your truck feels thus far.
Oh man, everything felt good. So, excited for this second stage where we got a little bit longer run. But I think long run, man, I'm feeling pretty solid. Truck feels really secure, so not much I can complain about.
How was tire wear in that matter? I mean, was it good? What you expected? Worse?
I think I was about 7% split on it, so it wasn't too bad. I could probably run my right rear a little bit harder than I was, but I mean, I was pulling some time and didn't want to push it too hard.
Gotcha. Real quick before we let you get out of here, though, what's your? Do you have a strategy for stage 2, or is it going to be just the same run as stage 1?
Yeah, I think if we go off stage 1, hopefully no cautions.
Nice. Absolutely. Well, best of luck to you out there, and get you back in there and get you underway.
Alrighty, appreciate it.
Yeah, bud. Justin Gain in the number 30, your stage 1 winner. All right. So Johnson was wrong. Just going to say that real quick right off the bat. We were kind of in the middle of all kinds of crazy nonsense, but Johnson said that we were going to have a wreck in lap 1, stage 1. So let's see if maybe he just off by a stage. That's what he said. Because of how slippery the tires were.
Well, I could have thought the same thing there, Sean. I even said that before the race. On these cold tires, it's loose.
Right.
And it's a lot different than it is long. Oh, my goodness. It's Travis Browder about lost it there. Great save from him. Wow. As we were saying there, he's got, oh, man, as Wellman gets into the 62 there. They're heating up right now.
Yeah, they're going for the position. And it's super difficult to pass, and it takes a while to catch back up to them. So attack now. Get those positions. Get up there. Set your run. But you see, the 32, Tom. He's going to go take him to the outside. We've got a nice cluster of truck back here looking to throw on some kind of a good race. BJ Mitchell in the 33, Hunter Cole in the 31. This guy in Brian Beach now. Matt Jones, we haven't talked about him. He's been, just settled up, chilling in the back, trying to make sure he's there at the end. And you see him all clustered up back here. Got to know where to go. This is where, oh my goodness. Be careful, be careful. Thus far, we're still green. Justin Gain is leading the way. Hunter Lagunas now in second position. Johnson is now falling back ever so slightly as he is now in third position. Alex Harris in the 74, fourth. Kyle Wellman up 10 spots, your biggest mover. Wellman in that top 5. Chris Spencer is going to go door to door with the 72 of Daniel Rupick Jr. And they ain't messing around.
Well, you seen it last time, Sean. These guys are really good on the short run, but can anybody compete with Justin Gann on the long run? I mean, we've seen it in that first stage. Maybe the guys burning up a little bit more than they thought, but I mean, I guess we'll see in this stage as we see Hunter Lagunas making his way closer and closer to that back bumper of Justin Gann.
Big push right there. Get it to it. There you go.
Oh, wow. We got some good battles going on right here with Brian Zimmerman and all.
We are in the middle of that one, right? Oh, yeah. We are sitting on the, let's see. I was trying to get to that one. There we go. That's the view I was looking for. Whoa, surrounded. I love it.
This is some great battles going on right now.
I'm letting the drivers do the talk on that one. They're keeping it close and tight, working every inch of real estate out there to try to make this thing turn through the center. 28 now washing up ever so slightly. Sideways now, sideways.
Oh, wow, what a save.
Oh, save for Jesus out that thing.
Some ill handling trucks out here right now. These guys are going for it, man. They're going for it.
Yeah, they're building some heat up in the tires. And again, you got a driver light, but you have to attack at the same time. 32 up 5 positions. Nicholas Lamb here. All right. Lamb in the 67, working that middle line. I've been wanting to see when this line was going to take off that middle line. Right above the bottom and then right below the top, of course. But if you can get that line, I think that line's going to rubber up, and that's where you're going to find some good speed off. See him now gaining, and you still have this battle with Chris Spencer in the 62. Kyle Wellman, he's right in front of this. And then Brian Zimmerman, he's trying to stay there on toe. Right on board of Brian Zimmerman, trying to stay right here in the fight, stay in this draft. 72 kind of forcing himself on the bottom here. We've seen what happened with the 28 in stage 1 when he was stuck on the bottom for the lap after lap after lap. Who was he racing with again? Forgot.
He was back there racing with I think it was Chris Spencer and
side by side
Dana
for a long
Rupak,
time,
I
right?
think. Yeah.
But
the guys he's around right now, actually, I think.
And that's the thing is that side by side. Well, that consistent side by side running. I think that'll heat up those tires to really melt them down. I think that if you can get away with that lap or two, then kind of chill off and let them cool off. As you see Steve Johnson under attack by Alex Harris in the 74. Alex Harris trying to make it work.
They're bringing Wellman right into this fight, that's for sure. Wellman's loving it. I can tell you that right now. He's loving it. He wants them to stay side by side.
They are. Johnson's on the bottom and looking is a 42. 42's trying to follow that open door and work his way around the one truck of Steve Johnson. Johnson trying to fly faster in his truck, but backing up in that P51 as the next car for that is going to be Kyle Wellman. Got him in his gun sights here. And see if the one, again, it's about tire management. So we're going to see how the beginning of the stage as opposed to the end of the stage. Daniel Rupick Jr. going to the bottom here. Chris Spencer up against the fence. Gonna do we're gonna see a lot of that crossover maneuver. And it's about positioning yourself for the optimal exit and having that speed off. 62 now going to clear them, and they're going to go back at it again, utilizing the draft. But eventually, that's why these passes can take laps upon laps. But it's about getting stalled up side by side for too long. That's what's going to kill your program. I just see Zimmy here still struggling as we got someone riding real low. That would be the 32. Look like he may have got a little loose off there. Jones, he's in a fight. Matt Jones in the 77. Going to go side by side with the 4 of Tanner Marr. This should be a fun little battle there. It does look as if the 77's clearing the 4. 77 of Matt Jones trying to work that back 14th spot right now, move himself up into that 10th position. Now he is one of those guys he's in that fight for a tied finish. I believe it was for, I think it was 6th or 8th, something like that. So he's in the top 10, and he's trying to remain in that top 10 along with a lot of the other drivers. Justin Gain has basically kind of taken off a bit, but then leveled himself out. So maybe is this that patience you're looking for in a driver?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I've got the same mindset as him. You want to get out and control these races, and he's doing exactly that. He's not making any mistakes. He's running his race and doing everything that he needs to do. I mean, Hunter Luganes and the rest of them are even struggling to stay with him on the long run. Yeah, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do, controlling the race and running his own pace. I mean, he's not pushing. He's not over pushing. He's not under pushing. He's just doing exactly what he needs to do.
Man, he's like really smooth on that wheel. Nice 100%. And ginger-like on his throttle management. And that's another thing you see, that throttle management. Very important here. But more so at this speedway. And that's one thing I do find intriguing about Homestead Miami Speedway is the intricacies and the characteristics of the track, and how technical this 1.5 mile is. It says intermediate. I think it's intermediate on the speed, but I think it's pretty technical in the driving aspect of this race course.
I think we got 10 to go in the stage as well.
Already. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Time be a flying when we're green flag and running. 62 of Nicholas Lamb up 11 positions. Kyle Wellman is up 10, and this group is starting to close in on each other here as the battles are starting to rage up. As we say that, challenge for 5th place, 62 of Chris Spencer looking underneath the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Kyle Wellman does have help and support from the 72. And but the 62 is going to clear him with power and excel out in front. So it looks like the 42 of Kyle Wellman, possible backing up as the 72, Danny Rupik, going to utilize that open door on the bottom. Get right by without a lot of, contact. Good push there, 72. Loose and low, regains it. That's going to destroy his momentum, but he's back after it one more time with Nicholas Lamb chomping on the bit right now, saying, y'all keep that up because I am gaining. Take a ride on board with Nick Lamb. .42 still challenging the 72 as you're riding on board with Nicholas Lamb in the 67. 67 is going to take that middle line. He was working this middle line earlier and practicing that possible twofer. And that's that 2-for-1 pass through the center, 3 wide. you see the top 10 all right there, the top 5. So no one's really gapping anybody. It's going to be subtle changes, I believe, to your driving line. And that's what's going to get you those extra 10s and save you that little extra bit of grip and rubber that you're going to need in this truck to gain those. But when you do get there, you know, how you got to really focus and utilize that focal point of how to pass. Right there, Banks?
That's right. I think we will see some different strategies in this last stage coming up, and I think somebody's in the wall.
Uh-oh.
It looks like Laguna has gotten the wall a little bit there off exit. But yeah, as I was saying, you might see some different mindsets right here at the beginning of stage 3, because the way it's looking right now, Justin Gann is just walking away with this thing. So if I'm them down there, I want to get out in front of this guy and give him dirty air and make him try to pass me instead of the other way around.
Right.
So you definitely might see some different mindsets, and definitely will see some different strategies, I think, too, in this last stage if it stays green like it has been.
Yeah, and I've also seen we've seen this time and time before that the race has been lost on those green flag stops.
100%.
And you know, so you can dominate the race, and that's such a gut punch right there too. Is when you're dominant. Ooh, side by side, close on exit. Come out of 4, the 72 and 42, crossing the line, drag racing, and these guys are still going at it, which I would be as well. We're coming into 2 laps left, 3 laps left in stage 2. Oh, did I miss that? I did miss that. That's my bad.
I will say Steven Johnson is the fastest truck on track right now.
There we go.
He's made multiple passes. I mean, he's seen it. He sit back and save the stuff a little bit more than the other guys, and he tries to make a push late to the run, but it's just not enough. So he might have that mindset of going into stage 3. Hey, I need to get out in front of this guy.
Maybe.
And try to give him dirty air.
But
so you definitely see some mindset for sure.
But in stage 3, though, that's going to be a longer run, so that's going to be a chance if you can stick there with them. Undercut, use a little bit of strategy, get in front of him, run, like you said, maybe dump some nasty air in his face. Exactly.
100%.
Ooh, battle still underway, 72 and the 42. 72 working the bottom, 42 still working it outside. And they're going to cross over again. Here comes the 42, back on his bumper, cross back one more time. And they're going to put him on the outside. This is great. I wonder how many times these guys have done this. And I know it's been a few times. And stalled up here, the 72 is, and with the fat run comes Nicholas Lamb. Nick Lamb with the 67. The 72 is going to try to throw some air in his face, but Travis Browder and Brian Beach, here these guys come for this. This is all inside the top 10, so this is for more points. And speaking of points, the 27 under attack by the 74 of Alex Harris. Alex Harris, now the 27 is bringing along the 62, but the 62 is having way too much fun with that fence right at this moment. Oh, and so this is going to continue side by side. Justin Gaines out in front. We're coming into last lap of stage 2. We have all these little battles. All of a sudden, this is how you know it's time to go.
It is. Stage points. Stage points brings the aggressiveness out.
And it's been clean run. And that stage is right there. Justin Gaines. It's just stage 1.
I was thinking about doing something different here, Tron. What do you say we bring up Mr. Steven Johnson?
Yeah,
for an interview. Yeah, I think that would be a good one.
There for a second. One here. One moment as I'm just kind of getting over my stuff. There we go. All right, so we have Justin Gaines, P1, P2 for these stage 2 points. It's going to be the one truck in the second position. The Honda Laguna is in third in that 27 truck. 74 of Alex Harris, fourth. Fifth place going to go to the 62 of Chris Spencer. 72 of Daniel Rupick will take that spot away from Kyle Wellman at the line. And that will be for that 6th and 7th position fights for the 42 and the 72. Good job, guys. Nicholas Lamb right there in that fight as well in the 67. He's going to take that 8th spot. And 9th position going to the 20 of Ryan Beach, along with Travis Browder in the 7. who will round out your top 10. And that's your top 10 for stage points. Just gain with your stage 2 winner. And I believe we're going to bring Steve Johnson.
Yes, we will.
Up in after these guys get their pittance done. All right, make sure we're clear and good to go on that one. All right, so yeah, we're bringing it into pits. Get them 4 fresh feel goods as we see palm trees again. It's awesome. 1 second. There we go. That's Beato. Everybody lined up, taking 4 feel goods. Let's go. Comes your race off pit road.
Oh, is Steven, did Steven get it?
I don't know.
Oh, man, it was close. I will bring him up right now.
Copy that.
Got my man Steven Johnson up here now, up in for an interview.
Mr. Johnson! You got Paul Hamas and Banks in the booth. Got a copy?
Oh, what's happening?
Buddy, do you got anything for that 30?
Nope. We are racing for second.
Well, straightforward to the point. I love this guy.
Now he's the first stage I abused the right front a little bit. The second stage the tires are beautiful. I was 85-84 on the rights, and I'm able to pretty much match his lap times, but I can't match his lap times while he's taking better care of the tires.
Gotcha.
Like he's pushing a little harder than I was on that stage at the first half, but once I get the tire offset to my advantage, I'm too far away to keep up with him. So
gotcha.
We're just gonna, just have to run our race. We can't try to be a superhero on this restart, and I'll freaking jinx it and loop myself in turn 1 here in the lap. But, no, he's fast, and we're trying things, and we'll just see what happens. Maybe we'll get some pit strategy or timely caution to help us out. But
well, you are really good at your pit entries, so look for that as an advantage, and it could be.
Y'all got any ideas?
Your pit entrance.
Try to get out. We're here. Try to get out in front of him as soon as possible.
Yeah, because I got turn 1 figured out, and halfway through the second stage, I got turn 3 figured out. So maybe we'll be able to hang with them a little bit better. But yeah, we're racing for second.
Roger that. Well, again, there's always strategy. Try to utilize it to the best of your abilities. And
I'm trying. All right.
You mean to send you back with Wellman and them?
Yep. I know, with Alex and Hunter.
All right. Truck's off. We're going to go. Good luck, buddy.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, back green one more time, and for stage 3. So this has been a 100% green flag run and a complete domination by the 30.
We're wrecking. Big wreck.
Buddy, just as we do this, caution flag, and Brian Beach and Nicholas Lamb into
Hunter
it.
Cole, Tom Friedis.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Yeah,
So
Brian
we're going
Beach.
on the
Tom
restart
Friedis
here, slowing it down.
Big wreck.
Oh, yeah. So Nicholas Lamb at 37. Yeah, man, these guys had decent runs, too. Solid top 5, top 10 trucks. Okay, we're looking at the 20 right now. So he just steps out loose. Cold tires, just goes in, just what we're scared of. Sends it in just too hard, a little too deep.
Those tires. They don't do
man,
it.
slides around. These guys. Oh, the 77 and Matt Jones gets all of it into the fence. Smoking crater style thing. Oh, so look, backup trucks for these boys. And the 32 is going to go sideways as well off the bumper of, I believe, the 33 of BJ Mitchell. As these guys were all just trying to check up and man, it's 37 or 67 of Nick Lamb sideways. Man, well, let's let them gather it up. We're going to take ourselves a quick break and be back here in just a moment. Stick with us.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
Shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
What the hell?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Get down from there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
Ew. We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Stitch that.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That's close. I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
Agent Cobra Bubbles. We have a blue dog to catch.
No, wait!
No. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, welcome back, everyone. As we are green once again here at Front Row Esports 2025 Truck Series at Homestead. Justin Gain leading the way with Hunter Lagunas in the 27.
Man.
Whoa, making his run. Oh, first time tonight. Going to try to put well, not first time, but he's been out here dominating. Oh, they're going to put a 3 wide. They're going to attack him. When
That's what I was saying, Tron.
Throw some numbers at him.
That's exactly what I said. They were going to try to attack him early on to get out in front and give him that dirty air.
Woo! And he gets it done. The 27 does, with the help of the one who were like, again, that was beautiful. Simultaneously, both these guys attacked each one on each side, and the 42 of Kyle Webb's not going to stop. He's going to continue on forward. Now utilizing tires, this is going to be. Well, the 42 saying, I'm going to go straight forward here and going to lead himself some laps. Utilizing his outside run here, really heating up those tires, but he wants to get this clean air. I think it's going to make all the difference in the world, which I think it will. He takes it on the outside, zooming on past the 27. 27 is going to work down to the bottom and block the 30. Steve Johnson's going to utilize his outside line, put one more position in between him and the 30 here. Oh, the 30 from the lead. The one's going to give the 27 a nice little bump through. One of Steve Johnson's going to utilize the outside. Awesome fight for the front. And I'm just going to browse back. Oh, my, just as I do. Tom, sideways in a save. What an epic save. Just as we breeze back just to check out some action. And then we got to zoom back forward one more time. Kyle Webber leading the way in the 42. 27-100 Lagunas. The one of Steve Johnson, third position. Justin Gain, who's won stage 1 and 2, now in 4th position, having all kinds of dirty air in front of him. What do you say there?
Yeah, just I was about to say, that is exactly what these guys, exactly what I thought they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to try to get out in front, get out in front of Justin Gain and try to give him that dirty air, and they did exactly that. But the thing is, how will Justin Gain, how will his performance differentiate from the first 2 stages? Because the first 2 stages he had clean air all of about 5 laps in the first stage. So his truck might act completely different here, being in that dirty air. Might use a little bit more stuff up with that dirty air. But I mean, these guys are doing exactly what they need to do: get out in front of Justin Gann and try to keep him at bay. And I think they're doing a pretty good job at it right now.
Whoa, as Justin Gann gets himself a decent run, gets to the outside of the one truck, 27-1, trying to stay linked up and in defense mode. 30's going to get himself another decent run on the backstretch, get up to the bumper. One's going to go up high. He's going to take that position away from the one. No, the one's going to come back to the 27, but the 30 is utilizing these guys and their tires. I think that's what's going to be the thing here too. Is what do the other drivers do in front of the 30 that's going to offset him? Because the 30 can sit back here, kind of manage, his rubber, a little bit better, since he's not really have to fend off anybody. Sit right here, save some tire. But what I'm worried about is, what is Kyle Wallman and Steve Johnson, Hunter Lagunas, what are they doing different? Are they working a different, tire style, right? Are they pushing it too hard?
I think they're working together. I think they're working together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that was the move of the race. We'll see at the end, but Justin Gann's been unstoppable tonight. I mean, he's been out front leading this thing from start to finish, just about. So they did exactly what they needed to do: get out in front of him, try to feed him dirty air, and get him tight and burn up that right front. But you see what they're doing, though. Lagunas, I think all three of them are working together to try to hold him at bay, and then try to battle it out at the end for themselves. I think that's exactly what I'm seeing right now, because as soon as he gets a run, Justin Gann gets a run of him on him. One of them goes up high and one of them stays down low, so he's still getting dirty air no matter what.
Right.
So I think I see a lot of teammates working together here, trying to
and he just
keep
split him
at
up.
bay.
So the one gets underneath the 27. 27 seems maybe be a little off, but the one gets underneath, gets around the 27. 27's now going to be that inside blocker. He's going to try to lean on the 30. 30 is now broken up that group, moves up, hopscotches his way up one more position, doing it patiently, doing it methodically. And we got a caution.
We got wrecking.
Wow.
Oh, Chummy Miller, Hunter Cole.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
It does not show, but we found this, so let's...
Oh.
Hunter Cole.
Looks like the 0-2 of Scotty Stevens got into Mark Miller on the straightaway going into one.
Copy that. We are rewinding back here, since we do not have a caution or a telltale thing with O2's on the bottom here. Under green, he's going to speed up. All right, so we see the O2 center of track now brings it close to him. Not quite there. Now contact there. So maybe a side draft gone wrong. Gets a hold of the 11's right rear. He goes up on 2. That thing gets close to taking off. Spins it around. Oh, wow. Check out the 67. He was almost in it again. Hunter Cole is in it, but the 67 misses the incident by just... Wow! That's the miss of the race right there for the 67. So luck starting to turn there, but not for, I believe it was Hunter Cole in the 31, who was collected right up in it. Ouch. So possible side draft. Gone a little wrong. Looking for that. Get underneath him. Pass. Ooh. And that's it at speed. All right. So while we were away, we have been on track long enough. So what's our math here?
Yeah, for about 40 to 45 laps in the tank, so they'll definitely need to pit again. But might see some different strategies here, people pitting and people staying out, 100%.
Right.
This is the time to use those different strategies and see what you got. But I think a lot of guys will maybe pit here.
And you see Travis is in, everyone's in. So Wellman, yep. Oh no, so they all pitted, yeah. So Wellman and them are out, and it looks like Travis Browder is the only one who is under in the pits right now. So this could be a call. All right. Now that was just a fuel stop for Travis. So if he saves fuel, yeah, we're going to go green with a 9-lap difference. Another caution. You're saving fuel the whole time. Could you make it to the end?
Homestead is one of the tracks that you can save a lot more fuel than other tracks. I just may possibly, because I mean you would need to save about 10 laps, but you would have to save really, really hard and hope it stays green because you would lose so much time trying to save fuel.
Right. Well, I mean, so Splash and Go maybe just makes his time that much shorter on pit road. You know, so maybe he's looking for, I don't know, there's a lot of different strategies to be had, and I'm sure that we may not be through with cautions quite yet.
Possibly not. I mean,
it's been a really good run.
Cautions.
Green, green, green.
Green is out. We go. Beautiful start by the 42. Johnson looked like in the 30 kind of sleeping. 27 all over the bumper. One's going to go and try to pinch off the 30 here. The 30 is going to have a pretty decent,
big check up there.
Wow.
Wow, Brian Zimmerman got in the back of looks like Nicholas Slam. Or no, it was Alex C. Harris. It pressed again. Oh man.
Oh.
What a move by Steven Johnson.
Johnson around the outside there. Around the outside.
Around the outside.
Yeah, baby. As at 30 now, he's working the bottom. He's trying to bottom feed this thing and get there. But the 27 is going to take that piece of advice here and run the outside as well. And
to me right now, Tron, it looks like nobody's saving fuel right now.
Right.
It looks like nobody's saving fuel. You might have some back there trying to save some fuel, but these guys up front are definitely not saving fuel.
No, we're hammered down right now. Absolutely. 74 and 62. We're going to go side by side here with these guys. Woo! He kind of lifts it ever so slightly there. Lets him get ahead of him, knowing he's going to need. He doesn't want to come out of here too wide again. Smart. Good driving by Chris Spencer, the 62. Checked up a little bit just to get behind him, so that way he's not too side by side coming out. They can come out quicker on his exit, get up to those guys up in front of him, because all in all, when it comes to where he's still, he gets underneath him right there. 74, these guys are all racing that leader. That's what they're trying to get to.
These guys are definitely not saving fuel. I'm in the cockpits right now. They are definitely not saving fuel. I mean, and I kind of expected it, because 10 laps or whatever is a lot of fuel to save. Even at Homestead, you can save 10 laps, but you're going to lose so much time doing so. We got a good battle going on for fourth right now.
And fifth and sixth, the 02 of Scotty Stevens making his presence known, along with Daniel Rupik Jr. in the 72. 28 is Zimmerman. He's been on a little bit of a struggle, but he's been holding in the top 10 this entire evening. So good work for him being done there in that 28 camp. As we're going to go 3 wide. Woo, rotate through, does a 67, a 2 for the 60. Yeah, that was a 62 of Chris Spencer. Maybe a bad bump to a wiggle loose down to the apron. Comes back around 72, Daniel Rupik Jr. Man, these guys are fighting something fierce, and Kyle Wellman's loving every last bit of it. While these guys are all duking it out, he can just cruise. And that's going to be the story behind what Wellman needs to do, is he needs to manage his rubber. Manage those speeds. Don't try to check out too much. Don't burn them down. as we have still the 74 of Alex Harris now working, trying to get underneath the 30 of Justin Gain. Could Banks be onto something? Could that 30 truck was what made him so tremendously fast was the clean air and, of course, the talent behind the wheel, but putting those two variables together.
100%, Tron. I think you nailed it right on the head. These guys know. I mean, that's why they gave such a battle to try to get out in front of him, just because they know when he gets out in clean air, he's gone. They're trying to do everything they can to give him dirty air and trying to hold him at bay.
Yeah, not just out in front of, but they're not giving the 27 of Hunter Lagunas just became one with the wall as he powered his way around the 30 to keep him at bay. Loving it.
Yeah, this is great. And we got a good battle up there for the lead right now, too.
Woo! Johnson!
Oh, man.
And Wellman's doing a little jig move action, trying to throw the draft off of the one of Johnson, trying to keep him back to his 6, keeping that gap. That's what 42 wants, so that way these guys can't get that fat run on them, utilizing the draft. Right now, Johnson is starting to sniff that draft, and I'm wondering if he's going to be thinking the same thing. Go for the race lead. Give me that clean air.
Alex C. Harris. Battle between Justin Gain and Alex C. Harris. And Lagunas.
Wow, this is going to get nasty, everyone. Hold on. 30 now working the outside. You see him kind of step that truck out a little bit around center right there. He's trying to lay it out horsepower. Get around that 74. Can't quite clear him. 74 is going to keep
in the wall. Lagunas in the wall.
One with the wall as well. The 27.
That's going to cause Justin Gain to pick up.
Oh, and then the O2. Scotty Stevens barreling in. Brand bringing all kinds of company. Daniel Rubik Jr. as well.
Yeah,
Look at this cluster. You know what? Oh. We're going to ride on board. Probably the man with the best seat here will be the 72 of Rubik. Rupert working the center line. Again, save your tires, buddy. You're right here in the mix. Just stay right with them. That's what you need to do. But save that rubber and that go fast. Get yourself your stop. Oh, that's the other thing is too. We're gonna be, we will need to see that green flag stop. When is that green flag stop gonna happen?
100%. And these guys back there were Rupik and all of them. They're in a perfect spot because you definitely don't want to be the first one in the pits. That's for sure. So they can kind of judge and see what the guys in front of them are doing and kind of pit whenever they want. Now, the leader's got the toughest. I think the leader's got the toughest spot, honestly. Like, being the leader and figuring out when to pit, it's so hard, man. It really is. You got to judge it just perfect because them guys, they like to undercut. And they like to try to get out in front. And as we see tonight, that clean air is very valuable. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. But the pit window is open for any point now.
Right.
But I think a lot of these guys, they just pitted not too long ago. And the tire fall off hasn't been that big. Well, it's big, but it hasn't really. I don't know. The tires, I don't think have worn as much as they really want them to go in and pit. Because they'll lose so much time.
Well, if I was a driver and I'm out there in this, and the class of the field has now changed, okay? So we've now defeated Justin Gain so far right now. He's not going to dominate this race. So if I'm the rest of the drivers, I'm thinking, okay, he's not tremendously faster than I am, especially if I'm looking at Tanner Marr in this 74 of Alex Harris. Or, these cats right around here. What about this undercut? So, yes, you don't want to be the first one to pull the trigger, but who do you think is going to be the first one to pull the trigger, Banks?
Man, it's definitely a tough. I think that's too tough to say, honestly, because a lot of these drivers are thinking like, what if another caution comes out?
Yep.
They go down a pit, or it ruins the race. I don't know if you go. I don't think you go a lap down here. but it would still ruin your race. If you go in and pit and 5 laps later, a caution comes out. I mean, you're gonna have to go in and take fresh tires, and you're gonna be in the back of the pack.
Yeah.
So, it's a tough call. It really is. It's a very tough call. I think around lap 100 to 105 is whenever you'll start to see guys coming in. Kind of want it even. They like these guys like it even.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, but yeah, again, it's utilizing that time on track, and again, if you're one of these guys maybe further in the back, what if you gamble? If there's not a lot of trucks still, or a lap down, so you'll instantly you'll have that lucky dog if a caution does come out. So you're not out of it, but you'll have there's still ways to bounce back. But but it's all about when can you take advantage, or how do you take advantage if you can. Like right now, we're looking almost 4 wide right here for like that 5th and 6th position. So things are still yet to lighten up. They're still dicey.
Well, get this, Sean. Steven Johnson is PN'd me on Iracing. He said the fuel's tight. They're 2 to the bad right now on fuel, so it is very tight on fuel. So that's a game changer, Charles. That's a big game changer.
So we were a little bit tighter than I thought. We were as tight as I was initially thinking, right? Because I was thinking like that's why Browder did the splash and go, because we were close. We had to been close. If it's with that 45-ish laps, if you can bump it a little bit, plus that caution. Because we went to green with like 8 laps left to go, so that means only a lap or 2 that you really needed to save, as long as you're not burning. But I mean, all of that could be out the door in 1 dang second here with this just cluster of go fast of the 0-2. Scotty Stevens had himself an impeccable run and becoming one with the fence.
Well, and that goes to the point, Tron. Like that's a game changer. These guys being so tight on fuel. I don't see them pitting again. I think you can save 2 to 3 laps of fuel, no problem. We thought it was like 10, and that's very hard to save, even at Homestead. Very, very hard to save. But I don't know if you'll see these guys pit again. Honestly, being with that close, I think there's no point in pitting when you're that close on fuel. You might as well just try to save it.
And I'm kind of what the call would have been for the 7 team here, the 7 camp. And when he did that splash and go, maybe putting on some set of tires at that time, that would have given him that boost, and for him to kind of maybe work his way through the field. As you still see the 7 back 12th position, chilling behind, and now Zimmerman just kind of adding to his bad day at the moment. But Lamb trying to rally back after that first wreck, and then almost being in that second one. And then, of course, Alex Harris and all these top 10 guys. These guys have been together more or less the whole time. What happened to Tanner Marr? I guess he's out, huh? Ryan Beach, he's still in.
A wreck, I think.
Yeah, Jones is out. Didn't see. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've seen him get into the fence right there. Or get involved in that accident. Nothing of his doings there.
But the viewers out there, they have got to be loving this. Great battles on track. Everybody's tight on fuel.
Right.
It's gonna be a great finish to the race. I cannot wait.
And we've had
we got 30 to go.
Yeah, we just had a couple minor cautions thus far, as this has been a lot of green flag racing, which is exactly what we want for these drivers. We want them to get out there, showcase their stuff, work on these passes like the 62 of Chris Spencer is doing right now. To that 0-2 of Scotty Stevens, utilizing that bottom line, but the 0-2s keeping them pinched down there, not letting them exit up. Where you see that the 0-2 look like he's plowing up, pushes up. The 0-2 still going to drag race him down the backstretch. They're going to take it side by side. 0-2's going to bring it kind of close. No, now he's going to rotate outside, kind of push outside here, arc it. 62 is going to take that position away, and the 0-2 Scotty Stevens didn't have enough of that run, but now does to go back underneath him. He's going to try a crossover, but I believe the 62 is going to have enough momentum. He will to keep the 0-2 at bay. 0-2 will loose off, pushing it.
Also, Tron, I will say, look how much that dirty air means, bro.
Yeah.
And look at Gann. not made any progress at all.
Right.
With Hunter Lagunas feeding him that dirty air. That just goes to show you how much this dirty air upsets these trucks.
And
you get that dirty air, it's hard to pass.
Right. And Wellman loving every little bit of it, dude. Look at this.
Oh, I know he is.
Wellman.
Don't count Steven Johnson out either.
No.
Or Lagunas or Gann. All 4 of them up here. I mean,
right.
As Steven Johnson said, the fuel's tight. I think they're just riding around right now just trying to save.
That would make sense. But I mean, okay, the only person who hasn't really had a lot of the ability to save is going to be that 42. So could this fuel run be his Achilles heel at the end of this thing?
It could be, and this is one of those times where you don't want to be the leader. Very rare. Very, very rare do you not want to be the leader, but this is one of the circumstances where you do not want to be the leader. Out in that clean air, you burn a lot more fuel no matter what track you go to. Everybody thinks that, oh, it's just super speedways that the leader burns more fuel. It's every
track. 2 is Scotty Stevens. Sideways, but he got it in, and he didn't black flag, so he's okay. You're all right, dude. You're all good. Maybe lost a second or two. That's it. So first pit is going to be 0-2 is Scotty Stevens bringing it in.
And if you're gonna pit, you need to do it now.
Yeah.
Because you're
go.
gonna lose so much. Yeah, you're gonna lose so much time. You've got to pit now. You've got to pit earlier rather than later.
Yeah, and he's taking tires as well.
Yes.
So he's not going to be a splash and go and make it to the end. Nope, he's taking his tires. He's going to undercut this thing, and if there's a caution that comes out later on, or these guys don't make it on fuel, or if they do make it on fuel, I don't know. Yeah, but if you can't make it, he's doing the right thing. Definitely doing the right thing by bringing it in and pitting.
He just went a lap down. I was going to say, if he could manage to not go a lap down, he's golden. The caution comes out 2 or 3 laps after he pits. He's going to be he's going to be in first place with fresh tires. So, but yeah, he's a lap down now, so he's going to be fighting the rest of the night.
22 laps left remaining, so at least the struggle and the torture will not be that long. But right now we have the 42 of Wellman leading the 1 of Steve Johnson. Hunter Lagunas tracking in 3rd, and the 30 staying really tight to that bumper. These guys are still running a good race pace out here. So the 30 still in contention to possibly bring home that checkered flag at the end. Chris Spencer also been having himself a really good night as he is now up 5 positions and in the top 5 in that fifth spot. Alex Harris, Daniel Rupik, these guys have
battle's heating up for 3rd.
Uh-oh.
Justin Gann, Lagunas, side by side going into turn 3 and 4.
This season, 30 trying to make himself his way around. 20 laps left. He's got to start making some moves now. The 27 needs to hold him off. He needs to give everything. Drive on his door, on his door. Yo, kid. No, he's going to be on the crossover. He's going to be too slow coming out.
Yep. That's a good power move there by Gann. I think he caught him sleeping a little bit.
Man, what a good drive by that 30. And that's it, too. Got to surprise him. Surprise attack. Bam! So
and the thing is, Wellman pitting. Uh-oh. Wow, that's a game changer. And I think Justin Gann might have had to call the race. I think he was back there saving. Well, Steven Johnston, too. He was sitting behind Wellman for a while. I think saving fuel, but I don't know. It's going to be very close on fuel. And who saved the most, honestly. But it's going to be a good one, Sean. We're in for a good one. A good finish for this race.
Man, I'm plagued with some issues this evening. I'm telling you. Stupid McPhee, whatever, protection, whatever. Anyways, back at it.
Wellman off of pit road.
All right.
And it looks like
So Wellman could make it. Right?
He's gonna stay without going a lap down with fresh tires. So if these other guys have to pit, he's looking good. But do these guys have to pit? That's the thing. Did they save enough fuel? Are they still saving?
So we knew.
don't know.
Oh, did you see this? This is starting to stack up pretty decently. Oh, between this Chris Spencer working around the outside. So some of these guys who maybe saved earlier know they can make it. So now it's time to use those tires, what's left of them, and the rest of that gas in that tank, and get them to the front. 0-2 of Stevens, maybe looking at the same as you see some guys going back and forth at the moment. Oh, sorry, not the 0-2. That was the 27, or was it? No, that was the 0-2. Yeah, the 0-2. So that's lap down truck, who came in, stopped in for fuel. Of course, he's going to run them hard. I would race and get your lap back.
To be honest with you, I think Laguna has fell back a little bit to save fuel. I think he, I don't know.
Right. This is a nightmare in broadcasting, is when all these little things start to unfold and you get that random weird caution that lands, and you're right there in that bubble. So
wow, Justin Gann is there. He's there.
But the 0-2 is now going to be getting his lap back. So can these guys make it? If not, maybe that 0-2 Wellman. So a lot of the other guys who were already pitted are now utilizing that. So if these guys have to pit, they're done. They can make it all the way to the end. At least that's what they're shooting on.
That's what it's looking like.
Right. Because
it was close on fuel.
Yeah, because if they couldn't pit, then, or if they needed to pit and they couldn't make it, then they would have pitted already from the when the 42 went.
100%. And I mean, anything can happen. Justin Gann is there. I think Justin Gann did an excellent job of saving fuel, and saved a bunch more than Steven Johnson. It looks like to me, Steven Johnson's still having to save a little bit. Justin Gann is sending it. He's going.
But right now they're in the mix of lap traffic. The 31 Hunter Cole trying to make his way by. Again, all these guys are racing for position 2. We got the 4 fresh fuel goods, plenty of fuel in the tank. It's hammered down. It's getting to all the time on track that you can if you're a lap car as he makes their way by.
What is this looking like? It's looking like 2 weeks ago. Steven Johnson ahead of Justin Gann for the win. Shades of Vegas all over again.
Right. So, but Justin's also got a little more competition barreling in. The 62 of Chris Spencer starting to close in. Look at that clock in the tower. That thing is shrinking and shrinking quickly by the 62, utilizing that Larson line just inches from the fence.
100%. I think it looks like to me Steven Johnson's still having to save a little bit, because every time that Steven Johnson gets a good gap going in the turns, Justin Gann, he's right there on the straightaways.
Yeah,
he's there. He's there. He's there now, and he's getting a good run. Here he goes.
Yeah.
Steven Johnson ain't gonna give it to him easy. I can promise you, whether he has to save fuel or not. But look at the power down Justin Gann's got.
It.
Wow.
He's just no. So it's just gonna be about tire or about fuel.
Yeah. Well, it looks like to me Justin Gann's got enough the way he's running.
Yeah. He was saving. The first car that pitted,
caution comes out. This race is a whole different story.
Right. But the field's so spread out, unless someone does something really stupid, I think that we're going to have ourselves a nice green flag finish here with 10 laps left remaining in tonight's race.
Oh, somebody just blew up.
Really?
Yeah, somebody just blew up.
Oh, who's telling us with the most?
Oh, man.
Who's slow? Who is it? 31,
Matt
maybe?
Jones, maybe?
Huh?
It might have been Matt Jones on pit road.
No, he's been on pit for a minute.
Somebody blew up.
All right.
I don't know who it was.
So someone went up in smoke. My buddy Jason would be proud. But right now, everything has spread out tremendously. Different agendas are out there on track. We got some guys who had to pit, take tires, racing the clock, and we got other guys like Justin Gain, who has done a phenomenal job throughout this evening. And as won stage 1, stage 2, he's looking for the full sweep in tonight's race. So the only thing that could really ruin his day is going to be that, well, there's two things, caution or him run out of fuel, but I'm, like I said, pretty sure they can make it if they would have.
Yeah, the way he's running right now, it looks like he's got enough.
But we have trucks out there on different paces, you know, so the closing ratio can catch drivers off guard at a different, at a wrong point in track. So we can still see that caution come out here on this racetrack. Tom getting himself a decent run in 8th position, top 10. He was looking out his driver window early in the race. So he was sideways, but great save by the 32.
Well, now to looking at it, it looks like Gann is saving a little bit of fuel too now.
Yep, he just killed it.
I think he was trying to get out front.
I just listened to him.
Out front.
He was ghosted, or yeah, he was silent. He was doing the hybrid. Yep. Wow. He's straight killing that thing. He's like, oh, dude.
It's great. It's great from a broadcaster standpoint, but it's not fun as a driver.
Oh, don't worry.
It is not.
Love it.
Yeah, we're coming to 5 to go.
Five to go. And this guy's killing his truck. Let's see if he reaches out and kills it right here. No. I was just kind of wondering if it better reach up to the dash and pick that thing out. That would have been cool. So right now we are saving, and so is, let's see if Johnson is doing the same. Yep. StephenTJohnson.com. Nice. So we are in mad save mode at this moment, and let's see who isn't saving. Everybody, killing it, shutting it off. Silence through the turns, trying to make it. So, no, the drama is not unfolded quite yet. The 30 of Justin Gain and Steve Johnson, Chris Spencer, Hunter Lagunas, Nick Lamb, all these guys are killing their trucks and saving as much fuel. Meanwhile, you have other cats out here on track who have pitted, like the 42 of Wellman, who just got stalled up big time by lap traffic. That's going to hurt them due to the fact that they're running at such a slower pace and going into the turns extremely slow. We have backed up this race pace tremendously. So we'll see. 2 laps left remaining in tonight's race. We are in hardcore nasty save as the 62 out of fuel. 62 in pits. Couldn't make it. Justin Gain needs 2 more laps. Lap and a half left. Does he have that in the tank along with Steve Johnson? Do these guys have it? Are they still killing it? They are. They're silent, dude. Oh, man. Are they going to have enough fuel to make it?
Oh, man, it's going to be close the way they're cutting it off. And
yeah. One more lap. Final lap. Justin Gain in the 30. The one truck of Steve Johnson. Hunter Lagunas. They're doing everything but busting out the sails. These guys thinking they're Pirates of the Caribbean in the Bahamas right now because they need some wind to push them around this track. Trying to make it under power. Rolling to the start-finish line. Here he comes.
Oh, Steven Johnson sputtering. He's out.
Oh, but he's gonna make it! Oh, he does! Still gets that second position out of fuel right in front of Hunter Lagunas. Hunter Lagunas almost beat him across the line, but Johnson out of fuel, gonna coast it to the pits, or he might make it to the finish line. I doubt it, but your race winner, the 30 of Justin Gain.
Yeah, that was a great race, Sean.
Yeah.
That was very climactic.
Yes, sir. What a finish, though. Yes, I mean, with the way they're killing the trucks, I wasn't sure. Then it could have been anybody at the line. I would have left it at the starter cam and said, first one across wins. You know? Shoot, that's awesome. Justin Gain, and he still has enough fuel for a burnout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. He's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just enough.
And he's out of fuel. Man, that is good. That's good stuff. Justin Gain, you're a race winner. Let's bring up our final results of tonight's race. All right, of course, your race winner, Justin Gain, and that number 30 truck, followed by Steve Johnson in the 1 truck in that second position, barely. Hunter Lagunas in the 27, right there in that third. Brian Zimmerman, 4th position. What a comeback from Brian Zimmerman. Right on. He was struggling and played the hand that he needed to get himself that finish. Great job. Same thing with Tom. Look at Tom, up 11 positions, finished top 5. That's a way to bring it home, even when you're struggling and they're just kind of off pace or missed or whatever. You work it to the end, and you make the right call at the end. Same thing, Nicholas Slam up 13 positions, 6th position, 6th place. 7th is going to be Kyle Wellman, so he did rebound, but he did have to pit, but got a top 10, up 8. Daniel Rupik in the 8th position, and 9th is going to be Alex Harris, and rounding out your top 10 is Travis Browder and then number 7. 02, Scotty Stevens in 11th position, Hunter Cole 12th, 13th. The 62 of Chris Spencer. There we go. 11 of Miller. 33 of BJ Mitchell. Brian Beach in the 20. Matt Jones. Tanner Marr. Larry Bell. Dustin Lamb. Round out your field. Right, let's get this over post-race show and talk to some winners. Hopefully that still works.
Yeah, they're already in here.
Awesome. 1 second here.
There he is. Nice. Got honey butter right there, my man. All right, let's get Mr. Justin Gain here. Up on deck. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. All right, everyone, welcome to the post-race show. Got Chris Paul Hamas here and Dylan Banks looking for our race winner, Justin Gain. You got a copy?
Hey, I got you.
Man, what a fantastic run. Swept stage 1 and 2. Talked to you during stage 1, and you were going to try to follow the same program. Got stuck in traffic in stage 3. How did you manage all that and still, well, we've seen you killing at the end. Walk us through that stage 3.
Yeah, I mean, I was really just trying to save tires there at the beginning. I thought it was going to be pretty easy to make it on fuel. I don't know, about halfway through that run probably, I started really backing my corners up in the last, I think, 10 laps or so. I was completely cutting my engine off, so I didn't know if I was going to make it or not. And I mean, Steven was fast, so I think it was a who could save the best situation.
So and it was, you got, everybody was killing. The 62 was killing it. Everyone was going silent through the turns. Some guys pitted. I mean, there were a flip turn of events out there. It was unreal. It was crazy. Good green flag run for you guys. I mean, man, what a great race for you though this evening. When it comes to taking down the stage 1, stage 2, and going for the full sweep.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I think last week we had the cautions during the stages, and it just didn't work out for me to get any wins there. So it was definitely nice to come back and get a win this week.
Man, congratulations to you, man. You put it down out there and showed some really good speed in traffic and in front of it. So, of course, shout outs tonight, man. You earned it.
Yeah, shout out Grayson Jade Photography, Splash and Go Graphics, everyone over there on the team at Third Wave Motorsports. You guys for putting the broadcast, and everyone behind the scenes putting the league on for us to give us the racing that we get.
Heck yeah, man. Well, congratulations to you again. Fine performance put down tonight by that 30 truck. And, man, we'll keep it going, dude. You're on fire right now. So great job, and congratulations. All right, race fans, that was Justin getting in the 30. Gained himself a lot of points this evening, I guarantee you. As we are looking over now for Steve Johnson. Just 1 second as we're going to get him over.
Clean sweep.
Ah, there he is. Mr. Johnson.
Helps if I turn the microphone on. Well, the fastest driver won the race, as predicted. Which is probably not how we thought it was going to happen. Came out of the caution, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be kind of tight on fuel." And I was trying to pace myself with what I was working with in front of me, and I was running 90% throttle pretty much most of the run until the last about 15 laps or so, and then I started really backing it down. And Justin just managed to save a little bit more fuel than I did, and that's what won in the race. So that's how it goes sometimes.
Good, yeah. I mean, that was impressive though. When it came down to, we were thinking it was going to be close, but we thought it was maybe going to be a little too far out, and you know that it was going to require another stop. So we've seen some of those drivers shortcutting it, but then we've seen you guys stay out and cutting them engines off through the center, and man, that was exciting. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, the fastest driver won the race is just not how I thought it was going to be. It was, first two stages, I mean, Justin was just in a field of his own. I kind of was starting to figure out what he was doing, but it was just a little too late, and then just the fuel became relevant, and I mean, I'm good at saving fuel, but I just needed probably another quarter gallon to make it to the end there.
Man, yeah, because you ran out right at the end, right?
Oh, I ran out, but I knew I had a 5-second gap behind me, so I knew I could open it up. Even if I ran out, it was okay.
Gotcha.
I was just hoping Justin would run out and I could sputter across the line faster than he would sputter across the line, but I didn't work. So.
Yeah, but it looked like the 27 of Lagunas almost got you, like right at the line too.
What? I finished 5 seconds ahead of him.
Oh no, that was a lap car. That was a
lap
lap
car. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I missed that. But
it wasn't that close.
All right. I thought so I was just trying to create a little more excitement out there for the fans of what it was.
Don't scare me like that.
Yeah, Steven trying to ruin it for the fans, bro.
I know, right?
Yeah, what a good run. I mean, so I mean, but we've seen you guys jump out in front of the of that 30 and get him, that 30 truck, get him back four cars or 4 trucks or so, and in that dirty air, and hoping that was gonna do, but it didn't. Yeah, like you said, best driver won, right?
Yeah, definitely tonight for sure.
Well, you did yourself an impressive run, though. Good, Binks.
I wanna add on. That we got to give a special shout out to Steven Johnson and Mr. Tron. He gave us that info there, and that was big. I mean, he gave us that info. We were trying to figure out. We thought they were about 10 laps short or whatever. And then he PM'd me to let us know that it was closer than we thought. So big shout out to him for that. That really helped us. And
I'm curious for Johnson.
What do you got?
When did you start? When did you realize you could save fuel and make it to the end?
Like the 3rd lap of the restart.
That's exactly what I did. Okay, I was just all right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, we've seen you jump up some good spots here too, Tom. Got top 5. Great
saving
run.
fuel.
Wow.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
Manage that fuel. But hey, congratulations on that P2 there, Mr. Johnson.
Yep.
Great run, dude.
Good job, brother.
Good job.
Great.
Appreciate it. Yep. We'll try again next time.
Heck yeah. Keep bringing the show. All right, of course, last but not least, Mr. Hunter Lagunas in the 27. Let's get him up on this thing. Hunter. Junker.
That's right, baby. You know what?
Yeah.
I wasn't as good as Gan. You know what? I couldn't get the sweep, but I tell you what, I swept third. You know what I mean? Dude.
He's like, I every bit of that third spot. So yeah, because you finished third, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Right. That's being consistent out there on track.
Yep.
But you got some good points. You're still right there in top 5 in points right now, right? So, I mean, that's where you need to be, doing what you're doing right now. Getting
we'll find out here.
I was going to say, points. Heck, we haven't even done last week's points.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, greatest.
Last week's points were done 2 weeks ago. Actually, they were. I'm just saying.
I was like, I hope they're right. We showed them.
Yeah.
But man,
they were done 2 weeks ago.
Hey, that was good. That was good battling on the 30 truck, though. You look like you're doing everything you could to keep them in your baffles there, and I mean, but eventually got up underneath you, and you still hung on to them though, and so we had really good restart on that third. But how did you feel all in all throughout the race tonight?
Pretty good. You know what I mean? We knew Gan was gonna win that race. We knew we didn't have anything for him, so we were just like, well, we're racing for second, so. You know, that's exactly what we did. Even though I gotta say, lap 70 restart, I was like, I got the lead somehow, starting third. I was like, that restart needs to be studied. I was like, I don't know what I just did, but boy, we just got to run.
You did, and, yeah.
It was on from there.
Outside. That was awesome. Yeah. Hey, how's Raptor race graphics going? What's getting the latest creations we're about ready to unveil?
Oh yeah, you know, we've been working on this pretty neat truck wrap. I'm not gonna say nothing yet. Let's just say it's gonna be a little chromed out.
Oh, you got my attention now, bro. Okay, all right. I want to see this one. It's gonna be good. So Raptor Race Graphics, of course, is this fine young gentleman right here, and he is gonna be getting done some really extensive and unique projects throughout this year and future on. So look forward to Raptor Race Graphics throwing some more stuff out here, and maybe you can get in contact with. You need some specialty stuff done. So
when will we see it though? When will we see it?
Yeah, I'm really thinking about. I don't know, man. I was really thinking about maybe 2 weeks. Okay. Because I don't know if we're off next week. We might be. I haven't seen the schedule.
No, we race next week.
Oh, we race next week? Oh, baby. Looks like we're bringing it back. Oh, well, maybe we shouldn't bring it back for Martinsville or Bristol. Let's just say that's we're looking to. That's what I'm saying. So we might push that back for Rockingham.
Rockingham would be a good track to bring it out. We haven't been in Rockingham in how many years?
Oh wow, yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, so go. Looking forward to it. Marking Hunter's words on that, and looking forward to this awesome new chrome paint at Richmond. Oh man, hey, well, great run to everyone tonight. Tom, what do you got to say for the boys out there in front row, and of course?
I mean, you know, shout out to the boys and all the drivers who showed up tonight. Great race from everybody. You know, definitely would have liked to see a few more drivers out there tonight. You know, but we'll work on that and do some promoting and some more advertising and see about getting some more drivers in the field for the next upcoming races. And like always, shout out to all the sponsors and all the drivers. And, of course, Tron and Dylan up here in the broadcast booth, bringing all the action on Thursday nights, and then Tron bringing it to you on Friday nights for the Cup Series. So shout out to you guys and all the other admins behind the scenes. And, you know, if it wasn't for the drivers, hey, we wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Definitely. Man, well said there, Tom. And again, yes, folks, we do have everybody showing up tomorrow night for the Cup race. So make sure you log on in and tune in for tomorrow night's race. Should be a good one. So we got Homestead Cups. Could be a good field, lots of points, trophies on the line. You see Jinx over here working tremendously hard on this crazy project. But
there you go, Tron.
Yeah. What do you got?
Last year's Homestead Trophy. There you go.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So I still got some of those colors left too, but I do love the display, and this is exactly what good driving, hard work and efforts gets you in Front Row Esports. It's some awesome trophies sitting right behind that gentleman right there.
Join up.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll give you a it gives you motivation to be Dylan Banks, but it just isn't gonna happen. Let's be honest here. Dude, we're showing up to see who's gonna get second every week.
I mean, look at the nice championship trophy you can get.
Yep.
I mean, it's beautiful, man.
He's proving my point.
So what you're saying, Hunter, is Dylan needs to be in the booth Friday nights too?
Yeah.
Sean would love that. Sean would love that.
Yeah. That always
because we got
more hands in the booth, dude. Are you kidding me?
We got Tron's mini-me over here now, so yeah, makes sense.
I just think that you guys just need to figure out, to tweak your programs a little bit more and beat the guy, because you all got the speed out there to do it, right? I mean, and I've seen him being challenged left and right, throughout. So it took him a while to even win his first race this season. So that should be a mark right there that you guys have been doing something fierce out there on track and not letting someone try to dominate.
You know what? That's true. Hopefully Baxter watches his back, because boy, Baxter's got Banks shaking in his boots. I'll tell you what.
But not just that, but he's got the entire front row barreling down on him. Man. That's the whole point about being the fast guy. It means that everybody's attacking you. So that's as it should.
I love it.
As it should.
Yeah, I was add on to Hunter Laguna as a point right here. Nobody makes me shake in my boots. I don't care who it is. It gives me even more fuel, honestly, to go out there and try to get a win. But I ain't scared of no competition. That's one thing.
That's right.
I love it. We love it. We love the competition.
All right. Well, we'd love to continue to chat on about competition and, of course, fast drivers. But we have racing coming up tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in about 9-ish, 9:05, somewhere around there. We'll go about 10 minutes before the race, so make sure you tune on in. Do us a favor, if you get a second, look down, see if you're subscribed or not. Then hit that button and hit the noties, because we're going on really quick. We don't do the long intro stuff. We get right to business. All right, so wait for that bell to show up there and jump right in. We do appreciate all the support. Hit that like and subscribe, and really helps generate these out to everyone else to see. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night, and have a great evening. It's going to be good.
I had the time